Michael, many congratulations. Through to quarterfinals here yet again at Ali Pali. Terrific game, played in a great spirit. How are you feeling after that one?
I feel good. Finally, I turned up this World Championships. I know it wasn't my greatest game, I wasn't smashing everything, but I finally turned up and it felt good.
You showed glimpses of your best there. I think midway through the third and the fourth set, you won 4 legs in 47 darts. That's the real Michael Smith, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, and you've got to try to keep telling yourself, just keep it going, but you know you're not going to go 12, 12, 12, 10, 11. You've got to have a bad leg, and it was just trying to tell myself, when you do have one, make sure you win that one as well, just then literally eradicate that leg and go back to what I can do. And I don't think I played my best darts, but I did enough to win, and yeah, just shy of 104, and it felt good.
The only real scrappy part of that game was the end of the fourth set, but do you think that was the most important part, arguably, of the match?
Yeah, I think even the first set, he missed 3 darts at double 10 to go 2-0 up, and that could have been a big game change, being 1-0 down against Joe, and I knew he was going to be a lot more difficult than what Martin was in the first game, and I couldn't afford to throw sets away, I couldn't afford to do anything, and I got on. And then I think the fourth set was that set I won. We didn't even know throw. I broke him, he broke me, I broke him, he broke me, and I broke him again to win the set. And yeah, and then when you go off stage at 3-1, you think you can't do that again. You just got to do what you're doing, and you've got to step up a lot better now, and just make sure you hold your throw, and if you hold your throw, you win the match.
You're being talked about as one of the main favourites for the title, understandably so, but having won the Grand Slam, do you feel you come into this with less pressure on your shoulders almost?
Michael's the red-hot favourite, and he's always going to be, even if he's had a poor year. I don't mean this year, but even if he had a poor year, he'd still be red-hot favourite. Either there's me, Gez and Michael left, whoever wins, you're world number 1, you're the best player in the world, you're favourite. I just want to come in, I just want to play the best players, because it shows where you've come. I don't want, my first year, the first time I reached the World Final, I played John Henderson second round, didn't play a seed then until the final, which was Michael. I want to play the best players, I want to beat the best players, and I want to show them the games come, so I just want to keep going now.
And Joe is one of the best players, certainly in 2022. You also beat him in the quarterfinals en route to winning the Grand Slam of darts. So is that a positive omen for you, do you think?
Yeah, I just knew when I was 3-1 up, I thought, it's a bit different because it's sets. I thought I was 15-13 down. He's going to come back now and bring it 3-all, and it's going to be like the same again. But when I was walking off at 3-1, I see him look to the crowd and he put his hands up like saying, what am I supposed to do? I thought he's gone. Like, I've got to keep going now. If he's already asking questions, but don't give him a reason why you can answer him. You just got to keep making him ask them questions, and yeah.
2-time finalist here, you've had some incredible success, also some heartbreak on this stage. What would it mean to lift that title on January the 3rd?
I mean everything. Yeah, what was that? It was 2015, started playing, not 2015, 2005, 2006 keep practicing, 2007 I watched my first game, and even when I got the book, I was like, the only thing I want to do is be world champion. If you get world champion, you complete something every night. Even now at 32, I practice all the time and throwing for I've got 100 left if you hit this, you're going to be world champion. I've got 102 if you hit this, 170. I keep telling myself, every time you hit it, you'll be world champion. I'm just drilling it in myself. So yeah, just everything I'm doing is for that one thing. And if I don't win on the first, I know on the second when I go home I'm going to practice, as it was well, practice my ass off and come back for the next one and keep working as hard as I can. You're welcome.
Michael, congratulations. Do you feel maybe there was a little bit too much respect between the pair of you, being how good friends you are up there?
There was a lot. You seen it, was it 2-1 and went off with 10 dart, I think. And I didn't want to look at him because he won the first leg, but he had his hand out, and I didn't see it until I got my drink. And I apologised for saying, sorry mate, because I didn't think he'd do it, especially the first leg. Yeah, a lot of respect up there. I think Joe will tell you yourself, even if you text him after this saying, unlucky mate, when I think there's only me and Johnny that Joe doesn't mind losing to. Obviously he gets annoyed that he's lost, but me and Johnny's the ones where he's thinking, best mates, if I don't win, I hope they win, and it's the same with me. If I get beat, I hope Joe wins.
like you said, there were some scrappy parts in there, but you've averaged nearly 104. Does that just show how far you've come? You're making these big averages look easy now.
Yeah, first 2 games I was scrapping and not doing what I should, but that one though we was both nervous, and you could see in both our games we was hitting the correct scores at the right time. But I just think I hit it once or twice more on the leg than apart from him. But it's the world champs, Phil. You've got to do it, and it happens. And even though we're mates, I know we hated each other on stage then, but I'm sure if he's still in the downstairs in the practice room, he'll shake me hand and say, "Well done, and we'll still be mates again."
Michael put down a real statement the other day. Was it important for someone else to put down a marker as well, just to remind him that he's not going to have it all his own way?
I've been thinking about this question because I've always been thinking about a statement. I don't think there's no statement, because as a dart player or as a football player or whatever, you can't go into, before the game starts, you can't, I'm going to score an hat-trick, I'm going to hit 110 plus. It doesn't happen. If you don't get the right pass or you don't get the right throw, it's not a marker. You played well. But then he got a bit of a scare when he didn't go for the bull, meant to check the 1-6-1-0. And I went up early in the practice room thinking, I'll be on shortly. And when he checked, I was sat there for an hour and 20 minutes. But it was 2-0 up before, I'll be on in about 15-20 minutes. But there's no such thing as markers, there's no such thing as I've done this, I've done that. You've had a really good game. You can't predict if you're going to hit a treble 20 or a double, it just happens.
Michael, pleasure as always, mate. Well done.
Cheers, bro.
Michael, in terms of averages, you're the only person that's got close to Michael Van Gogh's average. Do you believe you're the only man that can stop him this year?
Of course. We did an interview with Gezi yesterday, he's still in the C game. Gezi can still hit everything. I know what Johnny Clayton's going under the radar, but I don't think I've heard people saying Johnny's one of the best players in the world at the minute. He might have had, I won't say a bad 22, but it's not the best what he's been showing from 20 and 21. But the man's still there fighting, and you've got Luke, who's had a really good 22, and just because you're not put the averages in, it doesn't mean you're playing bad. Michael's, I just said in the afternoon, Michael's had an exceptional game, and he did that in the last 16, or the last 32, whatever it was. He's got to do it again the round after, where I've been poor for two games, stepped up for this game, and hopefully step up for the next game as well.
Cheers, man.
You're welcome.
How did you feel you were going to get that 9 darter?
No.
Yeah.
Even when he hit the back-to-back 180s, I knew I was going to miss. All that was going through my head was set it up. It doesn't matter what you do, I don't want to hit it. I'd love to hit it for the crowd, but for me, if I would have missed double 12 for that 9, then lost a leg, I don't think I would have won the match. All I kept thinking was just hit a steady treble, set up like a 44 or 32 if I could hit 2 trebles. Just don't even bother thinking about it. And yeah, went treble 20, 19, treble 18 to lose double 4. If I would have missed double 12 and I'm sure he was on the finish, if you would have checked that, I don't think I would have won the match.
You reckon it would have affected you?
Sorry?
It would have affected you?
Yeah, who was it? Players Champs, COVID in Milton Keynes? Coventry. When I missed double 12 against Peter after being 6-3 up. Yeah, I think it was the quarters, and I missed double 12 for the 9, and he checked out 1-2-1 to make it 6-5. My head had gone, he's flying, and yeah, I lost the match 10-7. I was just thinking about, everyone wants to do perfect leg, but I was just thinking about set up a double and clean the match out. A 9 dart is nice, but you only win one leg. The match winning double is the best one.
You did really well on the deciding legs in that match. I don't think Cullen had a shot at a double, and was it just? Do you think you're getting stronger in those situations?
Yeah, I think 3-4 times I kicked off with 180 when it was 2-all or 2-1, and that's what Martin did in the second round. First set 2-all, he kicks out, he's on for a 9, and then 1-all, 2-all, 1-all in sets, 2-all in legs. He was 180, 140, and that's what you got to do. You got to kill people, and luckily enough, I did just enough today for all my nerve when he had to.
And last one, how has the last month or so been doing press conferences where people don't ask you, are you going to win a major?
That's amazing. The only one I didn't like was the Players Champs, but I didn't throw a dart for 5-6 days. Got there and got beat off at Shed House. It was a perfect time to play me. My emotions were everywhere. I've just won my first major. Not throwing a dart to practice, but I went there full of beans and got beat. So it was weird the way it was, but then I come off of that, and then I think I had 16 days to practice, 17 days to practice, and get my game where it was to where it is now. And yeah, it felt different, but it felt good at the same time.
Because everyone predicted once you did it, it would release a weight of pressure. And can you say now it actually has?
I don't know, unless I make another final. That's the thing. Every time I lost in a final, my main aim was to get back to another and get another chance. Where now you're thinking, I've won one, get to another final and win another. But I just wanted, for me, it's about winning games. And I knew losing the 8 finals in a row, I wanted the 9th time to come get a chance, maybe the 10th time, but the 9th time I won it. Now the next one is about concentrating on winning the matches. I know your interviews change, like you just said, you can't ask one questions, but it's still about winning, it's still about making the final, it's about winning. Now it's about winning my second and mine my first. So it's a bit different.